Oh hell no, you're not arresting me. Hello, welcome back to the channel for another flipping banger. So now for today, I don't know whether we're gonna be giving shade, right? Are we giving shade or are we giving education? So for today, we're gonna be doing a true crime story of Issei Sagawa. Now, when I make these videos, it's literally straight off the top of my head. So if I mess up any details, y'all, bear with me because I'm not reading off anything. It's gonna be straight off of my memory of the case. So here we go. Get your snacks, okay, because you're gonna need them, okay? Grab a comfy blanket because you're also gonna need that. And let's get into the video. Now, Issei Sagawa was born to obviously Japanese parents in Japan, right? He was born pretty prematurely because his mother fell down the stairs before, while at least she was pregnant with him. And so he was born very small, and according to his parents' recollection, he was born so small that he could literally fit in his parents' hand, like one hand, right? So now over time, obviously, he did not get a lot of social interaction as a kid because his mother was very overbearing and smothering and protective, you know, because he was really small, right? To the point that even as an adult, he was only 4 feet. So he also wasn't conventionally attractive. So you would say this is where his problems started, right? So because he was a very short, scrawny, not conventionally attractive person, he had an obsession with tall women. And when I say tall women, not just any kind of women. He liked tall white women. For Issei Sagawa, white women are the best, okay? White women are drop dead gorgeous, but it's not even that he wants to have a good time with you. It's because he wants to eat you. Okay, why am I laughing? Why am I laughing? Yeah, so Issei has a thing. He has a knack for white women. Okay, a knack for white women. And so over time, while he was in school, he had his first thought of eating people actually as a child. Now, I think where this started for him was when his uncle used to play like a child eating monster, and his father would like try to save him, but the monster would win. The child-eating monster would win, right? So I would think this is where his fantasies of eating people started. Now, I'm gonna fast forward to as an adult while in school. He tried to jump into a German woman's apartment after watching her for a while, and obviously he wanted to cut off a piece of her buttock and eat it, right? But while he was trying to get to her bed, he kind of like made a movement that kind of woke her up. She screams, and you know, he escapes because he had to run away. And when he was caught, obviously, it was ruled attempted SA. Now, if you don't know what SA is, it's okay, I can't actually say the words because, you know, YouTube guidelines. So yeah, right? So even though he was actually attempting to eat this woman, right? He just didn't correct them. He was like, you want to say I tried to SA her? No problem, no problem. So anyways, later on, as an avid reader of books and literature, he had to go to France, to do a PhD. Now, while he was there, he would obviously fantasize still about eating people, and not just anyone. Again, white women, because white women are the best. White, tall women. Okay, so he would invite different like pimps over to his apartment, and he had a gun every time like he wanted to really like kill them and obviously have a piece of them, but he could never bring himself to do it, right? But he ends up making friends with this German, or she German, I'm not sure, but he ends up making friends with this one woman, right? After he makes friends with her, he's like, guess what? I want you to teach me German. Her name was Renee, right? I want you to teach me German. Whole time this man has no interest whatsoever in learning German. Okay? Are you still with me? Okay, he had no interest whatsoever in learning German. Okay? He just wanted to eat her. Okay? He just wanted to eat her. That is it. That is all. That is the story. And so he makes friends with her, you know, they hang out often, and she comes over to his apartment to teach him German, right? And every time he actually tried to kill her a couple of times, he just couldn't bring himself to obviously pull the trigger. Now, one occasion, he pulls the trigger, shoots her in the neck, and she falls, and according to his own recollection, he passes out because it was so good that he passed out. Now, I think this is why it's very important as parents, at least if I were to ever be a parent, I would have the sex talk with my child, because if you do not have that, then your child can grow up thinking really wrong ideas, just like Issei Sagawa did, because he was really shielded. Nobody ever talked about sex to him. He didn't even know what sex was. He had no idea, like, you know what I mean? So this caused him to have very deviant fantasies surrounding sex. Not only was he deviant, he had no one to talk to about whether this was okay. Now fast forward, okay, she falls down, she's dying, he passes out because, wow, this is epic. My lifelong dream is coming true. My lifelong dream of eating buttock. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. My lifelong dream of eating buttock has come true, right? So anyways, when he wakes up, he like goes and tries to obviously bite her while she's dead, right? But obviously he could not bite her because his teeth are not like sharp enough. So he goes and gets a knife and like cuts it. First thing, it was yellow. He was like, this is not what I'm here for, okay? I'm here for the meat. Okay, the buttock. And so what he did was he kept cutting her until he got to the red meat, right? And he ate her raw. Like, he literally ate her raw, okay? And after he did this, he went over to other body parts. He ate her tongue, parts of her face. Like, guys, he was cutting her and eating her, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna insert some pictures, and yeah, literally, and over a couple of days, not only that, he obviously had sexual intercourse with her literally mortified body. And let me tell you, that's not even a word, but it's he ate her. That's it. So over the next couple of days, right, his apartment starts to smell funny. Well, duh, because there's a dead body in there, okay? He freezes some parts of her, okay, for dinner for another day. Then puts her, the remainder, in a suitcase, because, you know, there were flies in his apartment. Goes to this park where there's a lake, but there's a lot of people, obviously, so he's walking around with these suitcases. And so then he is trying to, like, put it in the water. Somebody finds him. When they found him, because, like, you could see the parts of her body and blood, so he just runs. He just leaves it there and runs away. But obviously he was able to be tracked. They tracked him, arrested him. When they arrested him, they found, well, at least this is what he said. He was like, oh hell no, you're not arresting me. I have a mental illness. So when he was in France, he was deemed not criminally responsible because mental illness. Now in court or in the law, when someone is found not criminally responsible, that means they could not have committed that crime. Really, they can't be responsible because there was no mens rea. Now, what mens rea is intent, right? They may have done the action, but they were not in their right mind to do this, right? So you can't deem them responsible for killing and eating someone because they're mentally ill. That's literally a defense. Not criminally responsible due to mental illness, or you can be found unfit to stand trial. Now, the difference between being not criminally responsible due to mental illness and unfit to stand trial is you could be unfit to stand trial now, today, but you can be fit to stand trial in 2 years. So the outcome of those two different people will be very different. Anyways, he's now in a mental asylum. You know, he's getting famous, but the people in France are like, take this buffoon out of here, take him out of our country. Anyways, okay, because his parents were rich, they were very filthy rich. They kind of found a way to take him back to Japan. Now when he went back to Japan, the charges in France had been dropped, so there is nothing they could have done. They couldn't arrest him. So he was in a mental asylum. This man checked him out. He was like, I'm good with this. And obviously he checked himself out of this place and he goes on with his life. Okay, now he ends up becoming famous, doing interviews, going on magazines, talking about it, writing books about this experience. Like, yeah, he literally did nothing. Like, there was literally no consequence to his actions whatsoever. And even when he went to like other countries and like people found out about him, women had no problem being friends with him or being around him. Yeah. So ultimately, that is the story of this white woman eating Japanese man. Honestly, this story is so weird to me, and the only reason it's so weird to me is the fact that they let him go. They let him go, keep doing what he's doing. Like, they don't care. Woo! Now I'm throwing shade. They don't care, okay? They don't care that he killed people. Well, one person, right? They don't care that he ate this woman. They don't care that he took her life. They don't care. They let him do interviews, write books, get money, be rich. What? 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 Anyways, that's it for the education, okay? I threw some shade, I threw some education. Now, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down below. I truly hope you guys watch this because I do know y'all came for my weight loss journey and y'all also came for Amber and Johnny Depp. But I truly hope you stay for these kinds of videos because I think we'll have a great time. I think we'll have a great time together. Okay, now drop some bananas below down in the comments and let me know what you think about this story down below. And yeah, give me story ideas. If you got to this part of this video and you don't leave a comment, I'm gonna come in your sleep, stalk you, and you don't want what happened to Renee.